So the verdict is in for the others.
I know.
This man, so they it's not allegedly anymore.
No, the verdict is in.
Okay.
Jonathan Majors found guilty of assault and harassment. Wow. The verdict was reached Monday by a 6-person jury after over 4 hours of deliberation spread across 3 days. The actor is set to be sentenced on February 6th. Now, they came back and said that he's guilty of reckless assault in the 3rd degree and guilty of harassment. I agree with it. And let me tell you why. I know a lot of black people,
because of his
mad
text messages.
Because of that text messages.
He would have been okay had he didn't do those text
do
messages.
I think his girlfriend was a nutty buddy? Yes. We showed the thing of her chasing him down the street like Batman and Robin. He couldn't get away from her.
Jonathan, I love you.
Yeah. And also just bothering him. Just annoying.
I can't leave.
But I bet you learned his lesson. But you can't tell somebody not to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
You can't tell somebody don't say nothing to the police.
You don't realize that's abuse too.
And you don't think you're not going to be found guilty.
That's abuse.
So I don't know what his family was coming out of the courtroom and his brother was kind of making it racial. Like, it's a black man. No, it's not. It's a black man. He told her not to go to the hospital.
That wasn't just a black man.
So I don't like
that
playing
was a man.
Yeah, I don't do the black card all the time.
Yes.
Y'all got to stop throwing that black card all the time. Because then when you really throw it down and it really does make sense, nobody's going to listen to you.
The boy that cried wolf.
They're going to be like, you always throwing that black card. That's why I save my black card. And when I'm ready to toss it in, I toss it in.
Black or white, Jonathan, when you text those messages, that messed you up. It's something how the lawyers went after those messages.
Yeah.
They knew.
He'll be sentenced on February 6th. The charges, a misdemeanor and a violation, carry a sentence is up to 1 year in prison. On 2 other charges, he was found not guilty. So he's found not guilty of intentional assault. I agree with that.
Exactly. He was protecting.
I agree with that.
She was coming at him.
She was coming at him.
He was pushing her away.
And then watching that video.
She was chasing him.
The dude literally was pushing her away from him. Get away from me.
Leave me alone.
So I agree with that. It's not intentional.
Okay.
In the 3rd degree and not guilty of aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree.
Okay.
There is something to a black man saying, now that's part of the black card. I don't want you to go to police and stuff because, look, I don't want to be on the other side of that gun when they come here. You a white woman calling me in.
Take my life.
So we get it. So the jury was right, I think. In a statement after the verdict, the actor's attorney said looks forward to fully clearing his name, implying he may appeal. Mr. Majors is grateful to God, his family, his friends, and his fans for their love and support during these harrowing 8 months. Marvel Studios responded. They dropped him.
Of course.
We said they was going to drop him. They should have already been free filming Kane with whatever that new black actor that in there. I would have been filming it already.
Filming what, though?
His movie, the Kane, the Conqueror.
Oh, he's another hero.
He's a villain. Remember in Ant-Man?
The villain.
Remember Ant-Man? He was the villain.
They can really make him the villain.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
So they got to recast that. They got to...
he's not going to do that, what's his name? Dennis Rodman story.
No. They dropped him.
Is Megan still by his side?
Megan is still by his side.
Okay.
So...
All right.
That's it. It says that his girlfriend, her testimony did it. She alleged the incident occurred in a private car, which we saw. When she saw the text from alleged text from Megan. Oh, how I wish I could be kissing you. She went off. She tried to snatch the phone from him. When he pried her finger from the phone, it messed her finger up. He twisted her forearm, and she said he struck her in the head to get the phone away from her. I could believe that. I could see him pushing her in the head.
But think about this.
She not punching her, but
as much as she wanted him, no matter how crazy that was, she made it worse. She's not going to see him for a good time because he's going to be away. Yeah. So she even made it worse. As much as she wanted him and even the abuse that she was taking, she's still not going to be with him.
Yeah.
So she ruined that.
The defense said it relates to the allegation that Majors threw her back in the car as she tried to exit. The defense argued that he placed her back in the car to stop her from running into traffic. That action is captured on the surveillance video, while the altercation inside the car was not captured. So we don't see the altercation inside the car. We see when they get out the car. And it makes sense. We saw what it looked like to me is they were probably fighting and arguing in the car, and he got out to get away from her. Mm-hmm. And then it looked like she was trying to get out, and he took her and threw her back in the car.
Right, leave me alone. I'm getting out. Leave me alone.
And then he walked away, and she's grabbing on him. He pushes her away from him, and then we get a Batman and Robin chase down the street.
Okay.
So that's it.
So he probably has to do some community service.
I'm sure he's going to. He may not get time. So they may not give him a sentence. It's up to the judge.
Because he didn't take a life or anything.
It's up to the judge.
Yeah.
The judge might just.
He simply said, just don't go to the hospital.
Right.
But he did do the bruise, right?
Yeah, well, punched her in the head.
Yeah, so he actually was physical. So yeah, I take that back.
Yeah. And it's not right for me to laugh at him punching her in the head. But if she crazy like she is, no wonder he punched her in the head.
What's her name? Reed? What's Justice?
It's not right to punch anybody in the head, but nut jobs. Remember Chris Rock said just I wouldn't punch her, but I would shake the hell out of her.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, some shakes are worse than hitting me.
I know.
You do better hitting me.
Especially if he's strong.
Me and my husband got in an argument, my ex-husband.
Back in the day.
And he's little.
He was strong.
But he was strong. And we was tongue wrestling. He ain't never hit me or nothing. And he held me down.
Real hard.
And he started, I had to tell the whole story. I don't want to tell it without interfering with nobody. We were staying with somebody. And they had roaches.
Oh, Lord.
And they would fall off the ceiling and all kind of stuff.
So this person didn't even try to take care of it.
And I was so mad that he had me.
Because you didn't like that.
Because when we first got married, he had a job. He lost his job. And then I was working, but that wasn't enough to do the rent. So we had to move and live with somebody for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And she had roaches, and the roaches was falling or whatever. And all day, they hear me in there killing roaches. And they was laughing because they called me the exterminator. And it got to where there was no roaches in just the room we were staying in. They were
scared to come into that house, were they?
No, they came in the house. They didn't come in the room we was in.
Okay.
It was almost like the roaches, they sensed that the person in there,
you won't come out.
You won't come out. Mm-hmm. So in the beginning, I had to kill him. And then after a while, you didn't see him no more, whatever. Mm-hmm. So we got in an argument and I was mad and I was telling him, I'm sick and tired of these roaches. And he said, you tired of the roaches? He was tired of me saying I was sick and tired of the roaches. And I can understand. I was worse back then.
Oh, gosh.
And we was tussling, and he's strong. I'm thinking, I'm bigger than him. I'm strong. No,
you wasn't this size, though.
I wasn't this size.
You wasn't this size.
No.
Okay.
But still, even this size, I don't think I could be stronger than him. And he held me down on the floor. I was so mad. And he was picking pieces of the carpet, and he was saying it was a roach. And he said, you tired of roaches?
With your head.
You tired of roaches? And he was dropping it in my face. I was so...
Because you thought they were, did you?
I thought they was roaches.
Oh, Lord.
Thank God he wasn't that mean. That would drive me crazy. I would have a heart attack. So that's how I'm saying she was crazy.
Yeah.
And I was crazy. Yeah. And he was putting the roaches on me. I thought they was roaches.
It was part of the carpet. Oh my God.
And I lost it.
I screamed.
Get off me! Get off me! And then he let me up and he ran.
Because he knew you was coming at him. Probably was something. He said,
now,
take a chance.
If I was like her in shape, and I might have chased after him. I knew to run. I wasn't going to chase after you.
I'll get you. Come back home. Come back
I'm not having no heart attack.
Oh, my God.
But later on, he had called, and that's how those crazy relationships, But I was in my 20s then. I would never be in a relationship like that now. Yeah. It's like Krishan Rock and Blueface. Yeah. They like that arguing because then when you make up, drama. It's so wonderful. It's like, oh, I love you so much.
I really, really love you.
Yes.
But that's sometimes abusive relationships. They've been abused and violated and they're still honey.
So I was yelling and cussing him out on the phone. He said those weren't roaches. That was the carpet. He said, go look over there where I had you. Ain't no roaches over there. And there was pieces of the carpet that he had pulled up.
Okay.
And then I started laughing.
Okay. Because it was crazy. Just the fact that you thought they were.
That's that type of relationship. That crazy, stupid.
Read what was that just
dumb. When you get older, you don't want to be in nothing like that.
What they said.
Justice says, I'm more disappointed that he dragged Megan into it by bringing her to court for that mess. Yeah. Well, she's a grown woman.
That's true. She made the decision to be with him. Did she not even sense that he may have some anger issues?
And then it may not be with her.
That's true.
Because my same husband, when I divorced him with somebody else, he was abusive.
Yeah.
And they fought. They was like Krishan Rock and Blueface. Like he literally punched her, like fighting.
Wow.
She called his mom a B.
But you never.
She did all. I ain't never did nothing like that.
Fought, right.
And I ain't never called his mama no B and all of that.
That too. Yeah.
But she was really bad.
So can you honestly sometimes think they'll treat a certain woman differently?
So maybe he don't treat Megan that way.
Deserve respect.
Yeah.
Or how she handles him. I pray that he doesn't, though, because you never know the level of anger he could get. I pray Megan is never a target.
If he raises one hand
to hit Megan,
everybody at the barbecue, people will leave.
We will barbecue him.
This is the same.
He'll be on the grill.
Megan grew up with us.
Yeah, we watched her as a little girl, even in Friday.
So think of that, Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, dude. We don't know you from a can of paint.
When you get ready to raise your hand to hit Megan, think of the little girl in Friday.
Yes.
And every dude in the hood is going to beat your butt.
After you, my brother. So be cool. Megan, you going to wait on him? While he in
She with him.
Jail for a year? Okay.
So.
Go ahead.
So we'll see.
Okay.
But the verdict is in.
Jonathan Majors. Yeah. The very thing he feared came upon him. His whole career is ended because of that incident.
He could get it back, but it'll take a while.
Yeah.
Well, here's the Illuminati guy, if that's what that guy is saying.
I wonder if that guy